Hi, I'm Katarina, and today we're talking about the pros and cons of living in West Ashley, South Carolina. This is the area that I call home, so I'm excited to talk about some of my favorite parts of the town. West Ashley gets its name because it's west of the Ashley River, which is what separates it from downtown Charleston. It's just a short drive away from downtown Charleston, but West Ashley covers a pretty large area, so let's get into some of the pros and cons. So my husband and I actually moved to West Ashley in 2019, knowing nothing about the area. My parents lived in Mount Pleasant, so we were familiar with that area, and all we knew of West Ashley was that it got the nickname West Trashley, which I strongly disagree with. We honestly don't think we'd want to trade it for one of the more expensive areas like Mount Pleasant. One of my favorite parts of West Ashley is that it's super close to the fun parts of Charleston, like going downtown, Avondale, the beaches, and more, but it's more affordable. Since it's so close to downtown, the location is amazing. In West Ashley, you'll be about 5 to 20 minutes away from downtown Charleston, depending where you live, but I'd say about 15 on average. And within 30 minutes to the beach. And yet, the price is so much more affordable than places like Mount Pleasant and James Island. Of course, there are different parts of West Ashley that cost more, like areas near Avondale and the places close to all the best things. But in general, the sales price is lower than James Island, Mount Pleasant, downtown Charleston, and even Johns Island. So, to sum up the first pro, being so close to all the fun things to do while being able to save some money on a home is a great pro of the area. When you think of the history of Charleston, you typically think about downtown with the cobblestone streets and old architecture, but West Ashley has some pretty cool spots of its own. Charlestown Landing is just one of these, and it's where Charleston was actually first settled in the 1600s. West Ashley is also home to the historic Plantation District, which includes Magnolia Plantation, Drayton Hall, and Middleton Place. These are all beautiful plantations where you can learn a lot about history. The next pro of West Ashley is that it has pretty diverse housing options. Most of the homes in West Ashley are single-story brick ranch homes from the later 1900s, but there are also newer construction neighborhoods like Carolina Bay, golf communities like Shadow Moss Plantation, and even multi-million-dollar homes on the water, like one of our favorite neighborhoods, Edgewater Park. This part is nice because it has a lot of character and doesn't feel like a cookie-cutter suburb. Not that there's anything wrong with that either. We personally like older homes with mature landscaping, so that's one of the reasons we love West Ashley. The next great part of West Ashley is that there are so many outdoor things to do in the area. West Ashley even has its own greenway, which is over 10 miles and stretches from Folly Road all the way to Main Road. This trail cuts all the way through West Ashley and is mostly shaded with mature trees, making it a beautiful place to run, bike, or walk your dogs. West Ashley also has its own bike path, which is 2.5 miles long and cuts through the main areas of West Ashley, so it's another great centrally located trail. In West Ashley, you can also find some great fishing, whether it's saltwater or freshwater. There are plenty of spots to launch a boat, kayak, or paddleboard, and explore the saltwater marshes or cruise down the Ashley River. West Ashley also has a number of parks like West Ashley Park, which has a disc golf course and fields for all kinds of sports. If you like tennis and pickleball, or soccer and baseball, there are many options for you to be able to play your favorite sport. Kind of along this category with the outdoor things to do, West Ashley has some beautiful scenery. We have so many beautiful old oak trees with Spanish moss, and the mature landscaping gives it a really special feel. The area was mostly developed decades ago, so most neighborhoods have a lot of beautiful tree cover. The last pro, but probably one of the most important ones, is that West Ashley has a ton of shopping, dining, and retail. We never really have to leave West Ashley if we need to go get something from the store. For grocery options, we have multiple Harris Teeters, a Costco, Publix, Lowe's Foods, and even a Whole Foods. We also have an Indian supermarket and a Mexican supermarket for authentic ingredients. West Ashley is home to a number of amazing restaurants with all kinds of cuisines. Some of our favorites are Triangle Char and Bar in Avondale, Nerleth Indian Restaurant, El Molino, which is the Mexican supermarket I mentioned with the best tacos and food around, Asian Grill by West Ashley Circle, and Locals, which is a sushi and sports pub. But there are many more to try. Along with having really good authentic food, West Ashley also has a number of coffee shops like Highfalutin Coffee, my personal favorite, Charleston Coffee Roasters, Interstate 95, and more, and ice cream shops, pizza shops, you name it. West Ashley also has the Citadel Mall, but honestly, it kind of has an abandoned vibe. The Target and the movie theater are the only things that really seem bustling there, but it does have a number of department stores. MUSC, the medical university here, actually took up space in the mall, so at least healthcare is close by. Most chain stores you can think of are probably located in West Ashley too, along with restaurant chains. We also have a number of gyms, like O2 Fitness, Pivotal, High-Low, Zoo Health Club, and even a local bodybuilding gym, Trey's Gym. And some fun recreational places like dance studios, aerial fit, yoga studios, bicycle stores, and more. I personally love that we have a TJ Maxx, HomeGoods, and Marshalls, like less than 10 minutes from my house. I've done a video on it too, but Avondale is one of the best areas to go if you're looking for a combination of all of these things. It has a number of restaurants, bars, and fun shops. On a more personal note, a lot of our friends happen to live in West Ashley too, so it makes hanging out with them convenient, whether it's at one of our houses or going out somewhere locally. We love these pros about West Ashley, and that's why we're happy to stay here long term. But there are some drawbacks, so let's get into those now. The first con, like many areas of Charleston, it does have traffic issues. Savannah Highway at rush hour from people commuting back from work can be unbearable. Sam Rittenberg and Ashley River Road are two other areas that get pretty bad around rush hour. I try to just avoid the roads of all of Charleston during rush hour, but certain spots in West Ashley are definitely worse than others. If you're local, you'll have to comment how you think the traffic in West Ashley ranks to the other areas of Charleston, but I don't think it's one of the worst. I think Johns Island and I-26 at rush hour are much worse. So you just have to keep in mind that West Ashley does have some traffic of its own. The next con of West Ashley, depending how you look at it, is that some of the commercial areas aren't as pretty to drive through. We have a lot of car dealerships on Savannah Highway, so if that's something you don't like looking at every day, then that might bother you. It definitely doesn't have the new shiny feel of Mount Pleasant or something like that, but that's because this area was developed a little further back. Some of the commercial areas date back to the pre-2000s and it shows. However, many places are getting renovated or completely rebuilt. So every year it feels newer and newer. The Victory in Avondale is just one area like this. And further up Savannah Highway, more and more fun things to do are coming in, like the new indoor golf place. West Ashley is interesting because you'll have really nice expensive homes next to some older, maybe more rundown homes. And driving through, you might not know that there are multi-million-dollar homes behind certain roads. Another drawback of West Ashley is that some areas of it are prone to flooding, so you may have to pay for flood insurance in certain areas. Since West Ashley is surrounded by the Ashley River and the Stono River, there are a number of inlets where water comes into residential neighborhoods. Some areas have some drainage issues, so when a hurricane comes or it rains pretty heavily, people's yards can get pretty flooded. However, it's not as notoriously bad as downtown Charleston with flooding. Also, the cost of flood insurance may be offset by the fact that most neighborhoods in West Ashley are in no HOA communities, so you may not have those fees to worry about. Certain neighborhoods more prone to flooding are in the Wapoo area and Church Creek, which is near where I am, so I do have to pay for flood insurance despite my home never flooding. I wanted to make sure I'm giving an accurate depiction of West Ashley and that I'm not biased in any way, so I asked my best friend Haley if she had any input. I didn't tell her what pros and cons I had put into this video, and she just happened to agree on the same things, so I'll read them to you now. She said, "I feel like one of the cons is traffic, but honestly the traffic is better over here than other parts of town. I would say we don't have as many heavy hitter restaurants, but we still have good ones. Honestly, West Ashley is the best." And then she said, "People hate on it, but we are close to everything. Traffic is better, plenty of grocery stores, better house prices, but still great houses, less HOA costs, like what's not to love?" And I do have to agree. If you're local to Charleston, I'd love to hear if you have anything to add about the pros and cons of West Ashley. My husband and I certainly love it and think it's one of the best bangs for your buck in all of Charleston. If you can't tell by now, I love pros and cons lists because they help me organize my thoughts instead of me just rambling on camera. So if I didn't touch on something you're interested in knowing about West Ashley, just let me know or reach out. This is just a brief overview of West Ashley. So of course there's more to learn. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. See you soon.